Hello, friends. I'm DJ Lance Rock, and I have to say, Rock and Roll Grad School is awesome!
This is Rock and Roll Grad School with your hosts Heidi Hedquist and Luke Poling. When do they get to sing My Way?
Hello, kiddies. We are going to have a real good time together because we get to spend a little more time with a friend of the show, Monique Powell from Save Ferris. We get to meet her cat, I believe.
Yes, we love her cat. We also love her.
She's great. And it's a lovely conversation. They are just about to head out on the road. They're doing a few dates in the US. They're going to Europe, then they're coming back. And they're coming back in short order. So don't think like when we say coming back, they're not coming back to the end of the summer. But they have a new single out and there's a whole dance you can do it to and all of that. And it's lovely.
You
Other,
can do it to, or you can do to it, depending what your fancy is.
this is true.
Right.
A few other things to go over. One, did you see this Beyonce cease and desist?
No.
So in the Cowboy Carter tour, there is a video that plays during it of her walking through Las Vegas.
Mhm.
And I believe it is a Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, Love is Strong type thing where she's really big and she's towering over the strip.
Mhm.
And apparently in the video, you can see the sphere.
Yes.
And they have sent her a legal message saying, please take that out. Because they had asked her to play there. And she
Mhm.
said, sure, I need to shut it down for 2 weeks to rehearse. And they said, not going to happen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I noticed also the owner said he envisions having mini spheres all over the country or
I've
the
heard
world.
this. Mhm.
Is that going to work?
No.
Because like you have to completely rejigger your entire stage set for
Mhm.
that thing.
Mhm. And then, if I recall, it seemed like it was a bit challenging to get it moving after U2.
You mean because you saw them break it while you were there?
I did. Well, they did break it. Well, they
Yes.
didn't break it. Mother Nature broke it.
Mother Neighbor.
But no, I mean, seemed to be a bit, word on the street or in the news was that getting acts that were confident other than like Dead and Co. and
Right.
to really feel confident in putting together an epic performance in there and to keep it running financially seemed a bit challenging for a hot minute.
Dubious. Right. Yes.
And now it seems like it's rolling.
Well, you got the Dead or the Eagles there every weekend. So
Oh,
the other thing that I'm very excited to show you. So I was out doing some shopping for our nephew's birthday, and I always just go out and pick out a bunch of dumb stuff and throw it in a box. And but I went to the local comic book store,
yes,
picked up a little Lucky Cat with a waving arm.
love it.
And as I was checking out, they said, "Oh, we have some leftovers from free comic book day. If you want anything, just grab it off the wall."
Okay,
So I go over,
yes,
and I had to grab one for me too, because you'll understand why in a minute.
okay,
Def Leppard's Hysteria,
amazing,
written by Phil Collin,
as well it should be.
The Origin of the World's Most Dangerous Guitar. It's about the front woman for an indie band, Dark Side. She inherits her father's estate. It comes with a guitar she remembers from her childhood. The guitar speaks to her, promising fame and success. Soon
Wait,
it
is it
delivers.
me?
I haven't read this yet. I will let you know when I'm done reading it. I'm just afraid that this guitar eventually is going to help her write Let's Get Rocked. And that's going to be a thing.
It could be a thing.
Right. Let's get the rock out of here. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, does she go on an adventure where she meets some people who stole tequila?
Okay. Let me see if I can say this another way.
You haven't read it yet?
I have not read this yet.
Does she go get pizza with and ice cream?
She might. I will let you know. So you guys, you're heading out in a couple weeks. And I have to be honest, looking at your tour schedule, it looks exhausting.
Yes, it's going to be exhausting. I can guarantee you of that.
It,
Fortunately, I take a lot of naps.
I would have to.
As
I
one
mean,
should.
it looks like it's a night every single night you guys are playing somewhere else.
Yeah, we have a couple days off, and then we go straight to Europe, and we'll have a few days off in Europe while we're there. So
Do you like playing internationally?
I do. It's expensive when you don't have label support.
Right.
So it's a little stressful. You pray, you sell lots of merch.
Mhm.
But overall, yes, I do really love it. And the guys love it because, I mean, who doesn't love going overseas and traveling and playing music for international fans? It's pretty cool.
How are the fans compared? And not to like A-B them, but like,
Like to start with the really rude pick your child questions.
yeah, let's offend
Let's
half
just
half the
start
planet.
picking our
Yeah.
please. Let's just
We
be like
just
everyone
start
else instead of
chanting
offending people.
USA.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can we
exactly.
please?
Yeah.
That's a great idea because we're so
I
those
mean,
people.
Oh, but I feel like you say you're playing you're playing Europe, and I feel like it's big festivals, it's all of that kind of stuff. The Slam Dunk Festival. I mean, there's stuff going on there, so I'm not completely out of bounds. Do you like playing those big gigs like that?
I do. I love it. I really do. I mean, like when we play really like lots and lots of large gigs all in a row, you almost forget how special it feels to play a smaller club gig,
Mhm.
how intimate that is. But fans it depends on the country. I'll be honest.
Well, let's break it down then.
Okay, so overall, fans are pretty ridiculously excited when we play. But there is one country that always bums me out.
Okay, now I want to know. Now you have it. Okay, who is it?
Well, used to bum me out. Doesn't bum me out anymore because I understand now. But for the longest time, I thought German fans hated us. It's just like,
Totally
why is no one doing anything?
Totally do
Why is everyone
it.
just Hold on one second. I have to shush my cat because she's gone up on the coffee table and she's trying to eat something she should. Hey, Sweet Pea! Hey! You have to see my cat. This is my new
Please.
cat. Hold
No,
on.
we love show and tell.
Come here, you. Come here, I gotcha. Is this Sweet Pea?
Oh,
I
wow.
love her. Her face. She's
My
the
baby.
best. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh, she's so cute.
she's the best. She's up to no good. She
Oh, yeah,
is
you can tell.
stubborn as all
Like
hell.
her.
But
But yeah,
Yeah.
she knows how pretty she is.
yes, I'm sorry about that. See, these are
No.
the days of doing interviews from your home. But if we weren't here, you wouldn't have gotten to meet Sweet Pea. So I guess
Exactly.
there's an upside.
Yes.
My cat has photobombed many an interview already.
Oh, yeah. My dog snores through every
Yeah.
interview, so it's fine
Yeah.
when I'm home.
Cute.
Totally.
The funniest things that happen in an interview is like when I listen back to an interview, I'm like, what is that ringing sound? And I realized the kitten was under the table playing with a toy that had a little bell in it. And I was like, why didn't I hear that the whole time it was going on? Anyway, so yeah, so that's Sweet Pea. German fans. Let's go back.
Yes. Yeah, please.
Yes.
So for the longest time, I just thought they hated us. I was like, uh-oh, what'd I do? What can we do better? What did I do wrong? I want you to love us so bad because I love it here. Like I love, I mean, there's so much about Germany that I do
Okay.
love. It's such a beautiful country. And so we play there and I'd get all excited and then we'd play and I'd be like, wah. And then And then one day we did a signing, and the line for the signing was out the door after the show.
Mhm.
And I was like, I thought you guys hated us. And they're like, no, that's just how we are.
Yes, we're just German.
We just we'll love you, but in our own way.
Mhm.
And I'm like, that's pretty cool. Hell yeah. You know what it is? Is they like, I'm kind of like that too when I go to a live show where I just like to stand and really just enjoy the band, you know, and
Mhm.
really take in the music and take in the performance. And sometimes, yes, like I'm driven to dancing wildly, but I can understand what that's like. So no longer do I feel insecure playing Germany.
Well, I feel like I go to shows like that and I look like I'm having the worst time of my life. And I'm really
You do.
just having all the music wash over me and then just getting to watch the interaction between the musicians on stage and watch that communication and how that's all coming together. And I
Yeah.
try to make sure I show my love and appreciation a variety of ways, usually at the merch table, but like to make sure that you know that the band knows that I am indeed loving myself or loving the band, that I'm
Well,
loving the show.
because you love yourself.
Because you love yourself.
Because I love myself. Yeah.
I love myself.
That's where it starts. That's where it
Yeah.
starts. And
That's
then
where it
goes
starts.
out.
I love myself, so I took myself out to a show tonight.
Right.
Exactly.
And I love myself so much that I spoiled myself by taking myself to your show.
To your show. Yeah. It's so funny because do you ever get the feeling
Yes.
do you ever get the feeling that like the singer or a member of the band is looking directly at you when they're playing?
Because certain bands they are. And I'm very selective on which bands they are, even though it may be other bands that are the ones. Yes. I choose which ones.
Funny because ever since I can remember with Save Ferris, I've always played this game with myself where I try, it's sort of like maybe an OCD thing or maybe it's just a love thing, where I try and make eye contact with each person in the audience. You know, like by the end of the show, I've seen every single one of your eyes, you know, and
which is awesome.
thanks. It's just a game I play, you know, because it keeps things kind of fresh and new and it keeps me focused on why I'm there. You know, I'm there to connect with you in some way. But because I play that game, every time I go to a live show, I'm always smiling because I feel like they're looking right at me and I want them to know that I really appreciate what they're doing. They're not looking at me, but I'm standing there the whole time like,
of course. Yes.
And my boyfriend's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just showing them how much I like them. It's like, they don't see you. You're 600 rows back. What do you, I'm like, I don't know.
They might.
I get really paranoid. I don't want anybody to feel insecure tonight. I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate them. So I'm always like, good job.
Yes, I get that. There might be that one time. And what if it was that one time you weren't doing that and they looked and you were like,
and I was the one
terrible.
person standing there looking like a German.
Yep. And you're not German and they knew you weren't German.
Not.
They would be devastated.
Yeah. They're like, what are you doing? You're a Moroccan American.
Right.
Damn it.
And you've crushed my soul.
Yeah.
I can never perform again.
You should be going wild right now, lady.
Right.
I don't want to do that. And then they never play again because there's like one chick.
And then every other person's soul would be crushed because you looked away that one time and the band is now never going to perform again.
It was all my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
my fault.
You just keep rocking out smiling.
Right. Yeah.
Because I do the same thing and I have no excuse like you do that you are a performer who does that. I just do it because I'm a big dork that does it.
Like, yeah. I do love being at live shows though, myself. I think I don't go because it makes me a better performer. I go because I just love live music and I love the art of performance and music and all of that. And I mean, even if I'm at the ballet, I'm still like, good job. I'm like, so happy to be
Are you trying to make eye contact with every ballerina?
Yeah, in Swan Lake. I'm like, hey,
Second swan from the left. Hi, thanks for
Hey,
coming.
as they're moving
wanna
around the
say-
stage.
I want to see if I can get them to revert to when they were the 3-year-old ballerina.
Oh.
And I want to be like, see if they'll break
Yeah.
character and suddenly stop and be like,
Oh my gosh, I
The best.
know. Oh,
just, it'd be
I
amazing.
love the ballet.
I know. But
When
they
you're
never
trying to,
do.
sorry.
No,
No,
they just never go back to that. Once they're just the pros, they never go back to that 3-year-old, like break
Yeah.
character and smile and run off stage. But it's okay. They're phenomenal. So I
Smile and
forgive
run off
them.
stage. I was that 3-year-old. I have wow, I think I have a little photo of me in my tutu at probably about 3 years old. I could show you guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow.
I
I
do
don't
too.
think I can screen share. Can I? No, can't screen share.
Next time.
Maybe
Someday
next
we'll compare all of our notes. I had a t-shirt that was outlined in glitter that said prima ballerina on it. So
Oh,
I was
That
not a prima
tracks
ballerina, but I
completely.
believed it.
Yeah.
it's so funny because for Halloween, I dressed up as my child self.
Oh,
And it was
wow.
the reason why I
Deep
have
cut.
this photo. Yeah. And it was hilarious. Everybody was like, "What are you?" Like, I'm a child self. And I pulled out that picture of me as a 3-year-old in a tutu. And that's what I was wearing. I had like long ponytail,
That's brilliant.
pink tutu. And I was like, see?
Amazing.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'd probably just look exactly the same. I do now.
I know I would be as stoic as, yeah, same thing.
Oh,
Looked
man,
like I was
wish still
loving a
looked like-
concert.
I wish I
Yes.
still had her hair, my 3-year-old
Oh,
self.
me too.
Oh, man. Oh.
Me too. Same style. There was just more of it.
Oh, I miss her.
She's there. She's still there. You've still got her.
She is. She's still inside of me, but I wish
Yes.
she would force some more hair to grow so I could like literally have that beautiful mane of hair that I used to have when I was a little baby.
Yeah.
It's there. The drain would hate you. It's fine.
I have a sister who's a hairdresser, so I've definitely paid for that mane of hair.
Yes, we all have.
You know what I'm saying? So it's possible. Everything is possible in life, right?
Yes. See? So there you go. We're good.
I think last time we talked a little bit about the live shows being sort of reintroducing Save Ferris to the world and sort of winning hearts and minds one venue at a time. And you had talked about like getting back, doing more EPs, recording more stuff. You still leaning that way? Have you been working on that in whatever few moments of downtime you have, other than just collapsing in a heap on the sofa?
Yes, actually. So we put out that 7-inch. I don't know if you knew about that with Lights Out in the Reptile House
And
on
the
it.
Christmas,
And the
right?
Christmas song on the B side. So Halloween one side, Christmas on the other.
Right.
And then the next EP, so our next single, Get Dancing, comes out on the 25th of this month, which is the day we launch the tour.
Mhm.
And that's when the pre-sale for the 7-inch is, the next 7-inch is going to go into action.
Very nice.
Yeah. And I haven't completely settled on the B-side, although I think the B-side is going to be a song called Ooh Ooh Rudy, which is a cover song. I mean, yeah, of like this obscure, obscure to us, to a lot of us, obscure British band from the 70s. But so yes, so that's happening. And then Ooh Ooh Rudy may be the single after Get Dancing. And I don't know if you've been to the website recently, but there's choreography up there for
I didn't see
everyone to
this.
learn. Oh my
I
God.
didn't see that. I was looking. Where is
You
it?
need to learn it.
Yeah.
You have to see some of the submissions I'm getting of people sending
Oh
in
my
video
God.
of little girls with their
Awesome.
dads doing the choreography together.
That's the best.
I've cried like 3 or 4 times watching some.
That's the best.
Oh my God, it just makes me miss my dad. Oh,
Mm.
but like people with their friends and their family members, and then loads of people are planning on coming out to film the video. And it's looking like it's going to be April 17th and 18th in Los Angeles. That we're going to film the video and just flash mob the heck out of. I can't say where it is yet.
I was going to say,
because-
it's not really flash mob if you tell us.
Yeah, I can't say, well, and also just between us
Yeah,
and
we're not going to tell
and everyone else.
We're not telling
watching
anyone
this.
else. Yeah.
Between us and everybody else watching this. We're just going to do it guerrilla style. We're going to film guerrilla style. So because we're not getting certification or paying for permits or anything like that, I can't. I don't want. I don't
No.
want the man to know
Right.
No.
at a time.
Yeah.
That's not to know.
Yeah, because we're going to infiltrate with dance. We're going to infiltrate this place in Los Angeles with the art of dance and joy. I'm
Even
praying
better.
it works out. I really
There's
Gonna
some,
work.
I think the kind of guerrilla aspect of that's got to make it that much more enjoyable. Of like, we shouldn't be doing this, but
But
you
we
can't
should.
you can't arrest somebody dancing.
You just can't.
No,
It's
I
not
mean,
right.
no, I don't care who you
No.
are.
I
That's
know.
at least
You have to
finish.
start dancing. Like you come with that intent, but then you are taken over by the dance as well, and you must also dance. That's what happens in the movies.
Hmm.
In every great music video, which this will be, so they will also participate in dance.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's going to be filmed in a place that I have spent a lot of my life going to as a child, and so I have the reason why I want to do it there is because I have such a great connection to joy with this one location. And so
So
That's
Yeah.
lovely.
that's gonna be so fun.
Was this your idea of we're gonna go do this thing?
yeah,
Very
it's
nice.
sort of like, all right, I want to film a video. I have no money to film a video. Again, no label support.
Right.
I mean, no budget. Let's just say, like,
Right.
Save Ferris, after all the touring we do, we'll be flush, but we won't be rich. Not
Right.
rich enough to film a real video.
Mhm.
So it's like I kind of sat back and went, okay, let's think about how this song makes me feel and what it's about. And the song's about dancing. And it's about getting together with your friends and dancing. And what I realized is that, like, every time I play a Save Ferris show, I feel by the end of the show, there's something I say sometimes at the beginning of the show. I say, hey, if we've never met before, my name is Monique. I have a feeling that by the end of the show, you and I are going to be really good friends. And that's how it feels. Like, if every Save Ferris show I play feels like, I just made a bunch of buddies tonight, like we all came together for this one great experience of like music and dance and all of that. And so that's sort of what I thought, okay, so maybe how do we do that with a video? And so, yeah, I thought about like how happy I would. Do you remember the Thriller flash mobs
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah.
on
Yeah.
like World Thriller Day? I don't know if they do it anymore, but one year
Mhm.
I spent so much time learning how to do, and I was terrible. I have terrible memory. But that day, showing up and like doing the Thriller dance with everybody,
Mhm.
so
Yes.
we were all like bonded in joy or trauma bonded, however you want to look at it, by the end of the performance. And it was great.
But
That's
bonded
awesome.
nonetheless.
Yes.
Bonded nonetheless, all friends by the end. It made so many friends
Mhm.
that day. And hopefully that's what happens with this experience.
Well,
That's
and
perfect.
it seems like to open any show or anything, be it dance off, whatever, the idea of like, here's who I am and we're going to be friends. And a lot of times when we talk with musicians, we're talking about those special shows where you feel like the combination of, and I've said this a million times already on this show, but like the molecules of the room change
Ugh.
with everyone together, and those shows where it feels like it would be completely different if one of the people there wasn't there. And I'm not saying like if a bad seed doesn't show up, the show's going to suck, but like that moment and that thing where you're just like, we are having this communal experience, and that's, I feel like that's what I'm hoping for, looking for at every show. And it seems like you're approaching every show being like, I am going to put all my chips in on this and we'll see how this goes. But don't think I'm not trying to get us to that place.
That is so beautifully put. Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Just,
Yeah, I'm
you
quitting
just
now.
gave me the chills because you're right. Yeah. Like there are shows where you just feel like all the stars were aligned, and
Mhm.
yeah, if it had been any different, if it had been one more person or one less person, it just wouldn't have worked out in that way. And that's kind of the thing about, live performance for me is, and this is kind of like what the video is about as well, is that there's no such thing as mistakes. Like, there's no such thing as like a bad night. Like, maybe we weren't as good as we typically can be sometimes, but overall, you can throw just about anything at me. I can't really think of anything that hasn't been thrown at me, literally and figuratively, and
Yeah.
that I haven't turned into an asset in the performance, and that has taught me a lot about life as well. I mean, it's become so philosophical, the whole concept of it. But, doing this for 30 years is like, it's taught me so much about life, and I don't fear as much as I used to. Yeah. I know I'm not afraid like I used to be. Now I kind of look at stuff like, oh, it's just a shoe coming at my head. Someone,
Right.
all right, I can dodge it. And if it hits me in the face, we all got something to laugh about.
Yeah.
And we're gonna turn it into a moment.
How long did it take you in your career to get to that moment of zen of like, all right, here's someone's shoe, here's someone's pants. Let's just keep going.
Bring me a wardrobe.
Yeah.
Well, I think the worst thing possible, my biggest fear happened, and that was when I tried to bring the band back in 2013, and I was like sued by the ex-band members, and just this was like pre-Me Too and pre like a lot of things, and so people just, I was bombarded. I mean, TMZ and every hometown news outlet that I grew up reading was just trying to get a gotcha moment and bombarding me with copious amounts of abuse and manipulation. And, online was rife with comments about my weight, not comments, but insults about my weight and my looks. And it was like my world came crashing down, and these people that I loved so much, that I really wanted so much to work with again, just, it wasn't happening. And so they sued me, and I thought, I don't have the money for this. I don't know how this is going to work out. And in the meantime, I was recovering from this major surgery I'd had on my neck. So I was literally learning how to like use my arms again and hold my head up on my own. And I was also like, the symbolism was not lost on me. I was learning how to hold my head up again.
Yeah.
Because that thing happening, that was my greatest fear. It happened and I survived. And that changed the game for me, because I had to like reaffirm, why am I doing what I'm doing? It's not just because it makes me happy. It's because there are people out there that want it, and they want us to come back because we make them happy. And that gave me everything in the world to fight for. And I won.
Yeah. You think the band's better than it's ever been? This lineup, you're happy with everybody?
I like to think so.
Well, I mean, you've been at every Save Ferris show. Let's put it that way. So who's the best judge of this? Is the person who's seen it all and can say, these folks are pretty good.
I'm certainly the happiest I've ever been.
I mean, that's a pretty big win.
Yeah, that speaks volumes.
Like, we have so much fun. The guys in the band are all loving and supportive, and I feel like they're in it for the right reasons. And it's created this synergy on stage that allows me to do 12 shows in a row without a day off, you know, and feel okay at my age. I'm almost 50. It's like, I don't work out, but
you do. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
I mean, that
Come on.
that's a workout.
God forbid we have a month in between shows, and I've just spent a whole month recovering from the previous tour, napping in bed just for an entire month. I'm like, oh God, I got to get up and do it again. Oh, it hurts. But somehow something happens that's magical, and you just like find it within you.
Get Dancing, the new single by Save Ferris, is available right now wherever you get your music. For more information and tour dates, and they're playing all over the place, check out their website, saveferris.com.
Rock and Roll Grad School is produced by the Professional Production Company. Please be sure to rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, because your impassioned review is just as honest as us standing backstage waiting to come back on for the encore. For more information, you can check out our website, rockandrollgradschool.com. And like everyone else, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Today's show was recorded and produced by Heidi Hedquist and myself from our world headquarters located on the second floor of the professional office building, centrally located downtown. Our reluctant executive producers are John Sauvé and Sandy Stone. Our willing executive producers are Rachel Allen and Randy Jeanette. Our intern is Zach Jackson. This one's for Philippe. Thanks for joining us. Good night, drive safe. May all your favorite bands stay together.